It's fall tech event season. We've already heard from Apple and Amazon. Now it is Microsoft's turn. We come to these Microsoft events to see what the new hardware is, new things in the Surface line that's just about 10 years old now. Started with the Surface Pro, which was a standalone Windows tablet that had a really good clip-on keyboard. That line, now called Surface Pro, still exists, but we did not get any updates to it this time around. Instead, we got updates to the least expensive clamshell laptop Microsoft makes and also their fanciest machine. So that's the Surface Laptop Go 3 and the Surface Laptop Studio 2. I'll start with the Surface Laptop Go 3. This is Microsoft's attempt to make a reasonably small, reasonably inexpensive clamshell machine. It has not changed that much in the 3 generations they've been doing it. It's a little bit smaller than a standard 13-inch clamshell laptop. It's got a 12.4-inch screen. They claim it's going to have battery life of up to 15 hours, which is because it's running a not very high-powered CPU, and that's okay. They used to be less expensive. The new model starts at $799, which I feel kind of takes it out of the category of being a true budget laptop. Now it's more like a mid-range laptop, but because of inflation, so many other laptops are more expensive now. I guess $799 isn't really that expensive. And whenever I've used the Surface Laptop Go, whatever generation it is, I found it pretty easy to just pick up and carry around with me. Very lightweight, very good for travel. I wouldn't want to use it as my all-day, everyday laptop. It's more like a backup machine or a travel machine. Much more interesting is the Surface Laptop Studio 2. Now, this is a new way of doing a hybrid for Microsoft. At least this is the second generation of this new way of doing a hybrid for Microsoft. It replaces something that used to be called the Surface Book, and that was a big base with a keyboard and a big screen, and you could pull the two parts apart and have either the screen or plug it back in and have a clamshell, or plug it back in backwards, fold it down, and then you'd have a big tablet. Well, now they have a whole different design, and again, this is the second gen of this, where it's a screen that's hinged in the middle horizontally. So you kind of tilt the screen up and then fold the entire thing down to form a tablet. It doesn't fold entirely flat, it's like almost flat. There's a little bit of a rise to it. But the real key to the Surface Laptop Studio 2 is that Microsoft says this is the most powerful Surface machine you can buy now. So it has got a 13th gen Intel Core i-series processor in it, and you can also get Nvidia RTX 4050 or 4060 GPUs. You can't go all the way up to like a 4090 and make this a total gaming machine, but it would still be pretty good at gaming, or frankly, anything you needed to do that you needed graphics power for, like let's say video and photo editing. It's also got an NPU, a neural processing unit on board, which will handle some of that AI processing, and I think you're going to see that in more and more machines going forward. This is not a giant machine. It's not a small one either. It's got a 14.4-inch screen. The touchpad is a haptic touchpad, which means that it doesn't actually physically click down. MacBooks have had haptic touchpads for years. It's really no big deal. You get used to it very quickly. It still does actually feel like you're clicking on it, even though you're not. And of course, it works great with the Microsoft Slim Pen stylus, which is why you might want to fold it down into tablet form and use it for, drawing or sketching or note-taking. Unlike the Surface Laptop Go 3, which is $799, this is obviously much more expensive, being the more powerful system. It's going to start at $1999. Now, both of these are available for pre-order now. They are going to go on sale October 3rd.